Interesting aside. Not sure exactly what point of view that's coming from, especially since we just went to sleep. Is that supposed to be like a memory we had, or what? Either way, we are on to stage 2. Yes! Very excited about this. Let's get into it. I was still deep asleep when a piglet woke me up on the morning with a knock on the door. It had brought me breakfast, which I ate quickly before changing and heading out. Mornin'! Shido, Shirabe, Urabe, and Mitarashi all were ready waiting in the lobby. Yo! They all looked up and waved or nodded as I walked in. Did you sleep well? Yeah, thanks for asking. I'm glad to hear it. You seemed quite tired last night. Urabe gave me a quick, gentle smile as Shirabe began to talk. Apparently, this boat's gonna dock around 11:30. How do you know that? Already, like, I know it. You're onto something. I asked one of the piglets. Wait, what? They can't talk, but they sure know how to move. Sort of like sign language, I guess. They're odd ducks, that's for sure. I wanted to ask what sort of gestures they'd use to communicate 11:30, but I got the feeling that there were more pressing things to deal with. They were like, 11:30, just, I don't know, go! As Shirabe finished, Wakasa and Mayoshi walked in. Good, we're all here. I've been thinking. We should exchange phone numbers. Calling one another shouldn't be against the rules. What? Why? It just sounds like a pain in the ass. God, Mitarashi, just listen to him once in a while. Just let things happen. Better safe than sorry. We have no idea what might happen out there. So? It's not like they're gonna split us up. Man, you're an old lady. He rolled his eyes. Bud pulled out his phone anyway and started sending his contact info to each of us in turn. Looks like he uses that phone a lot. Well, someone like him would have to, I guess. I, on the other hand, had never been good at using my phone. Trying to share contact information was always awkward and confusing. Who's the old lady here? So, I wonder how this arrow wound is doing. Yeah, we don't actually know. Mitarashi's here still, so he's not dead yet. I was still fumbling through screens on my phone when Wakasa trotted up, phone in hand. Watch it, okay? The office is always telling me not to give out my number to anybody. Right, sure, I'll be careful. He watched me try desperately to make my phone work for a few more minutes before sighing exasperatedly and grabbing it from me. Are you sure you're a high school girl? Right, Wakasa? Right? Yeah, I'm just not good at this kind of stuff. He rolled his eyes also, shot through menus so fast I couldn't even see them, and sent me his contact info. So just push this button and you'll see the screen. Hit this one to confirm. Thanks. You really are a weird chick, you know that? Rude, but also kind of endearing. I couldn't really argue with the point, but it still wasn't a very nice thing to say. At any rate, his instructions turned out to be helpful. I collected everyone else's info without too much trouble, and gave them all my own. Why are tools of supposed convenience so difficult to use? At least Urabe is on my side. Yeah! Saki is having this realization that she's on a technical level with Urabe, and it's just like, oh, maybe that's not where I want to be right now. He let out a long sigh. Maybe they're convenient, but it's junk like this that keeps people from stretching their brains. You don't need to think if you've got the internet. Yeah, they're real harmful. We should get rid of running water and indoor plumbing too. They make life too easy. I'm glad Wakasa's on our page. Shirabe can dismiss technology all he wants, but it's all I've got. I don't usually get people's phone numbers. I think this is the first time I've ever gotten more than one at a time. You serious? I had to delete a couple people last week or I was gonna run out of space. I don't know if Mitarashi... Is that how that works? I don't think that's how that's worked. That's worked for a long time, but I get what they mean. We get it. Okay, he's popular. That's what we're trying to say. Delete them. Wouldn't that be a problem? No, not really. I mean, they've got my number. They can hit me up if they need something. Not like I was ever going to call them anyway. Oh, Mitarashi, You just are so good at using people. I was right when I met them yesterday. These guys are pretty weird. That was a nice little aside. Just let's talk phone philosophies. A nice, innocuous, silly debate. Just to get our minds away from the task that is impending. One of the piglets led us off the boat and into the central plaza. Every time I look at him, I just want to kick his ass. Yeah, Mitarashi, kick his ass. Kick that statue's ass. Mitarashi glared at the statue and cracked his knuckles. Because he's a cool guy, and cool guys do that cool guy knuckle crack. Good morning, everyone. Alright, here he is, let's do this. As he spoke, an image of Hogstein appeared on the monitor. Isn't the weather just amazing? It's a wonderful day for a game, wouldn't you agree? Some kind of game. Somebody's in a good mood. He's off relaxing somewhere while we're trapped here. Of course he's in a good mood. Hogstein sighed dramatically. But it sounds so unpleasant when you put it that way. You're not trapped if you just solve my puzzles. You're home free. The whole game is just about using your heads and following my rules. You understand? We know. If it's a game, that means it can be beat. That means you haven't made any puzzles that can't be solved. And that also means if we make it all the way through the game, we fight the final boss. You. Oh, but will you be able to? No, you won't. You're all going to die in my game. He really makes me mad. What an arrogant jerk. You better not underestimate us. I'm a pop star. Just then a chime echoed across the park. Well, the time just flies. It's noon already, which means it's time for today's game to start. Let's see what we got today. Game number 2. Okay. It's like a go-kart kind of thing. I don't know, what would that mean? Like a go... The only thing that kind of reminds me of is Roller Coaster Tycoon. One of the things you could make was a go-kart track, and kind of actually looks like that. And then we also have all these, there's like the mushrooms and the card decorations, the hedge maze. Very Roller Coaster Tycoon. So, alright, looks like we've got another 3 phases, probably, to this game. Hogstein directed us to something called the Racing Square, so we set off in that direction. We were partway there when Shirabe began to speak. So where's he sending us off to next? I think he said Alice something. Wait, why are you asking me? Alice Kart Grand Prix? Right, that's, I mean, what's that? Never heard of it. Is Mitarashi hiding something, or is he just not knowledgeable? Does he really think we don't notice? We all did the polite thing and ignored Mitarashi's bizarre outburst. Technically it's called Alice Kart Grand Prix, but everybody just calls it Alice Kart. It's a racing game with a sort of Alice in Wonderland theme. Racing game! Okay, so we've moved on from the RPG to racing games. You can mess with the other people on the track, so it gets played a lot at parties. It's actually gotten to be kind of a hit with the casuals. The cashes! Those dirty cashies. So, it's Mario Kart. We are going to Mario Kart. So, okay, that's the mindset we're in. Okay, we can do that. He was right. Even I knew people who were into Alice Kart. Okay, so we should have a base in understanding this game, hopefully. But, okay. We're supposed to like video games. Why wouldn't we know the biggest kart racing game thingy? I don't know. Mitarashi's eyes had shone with excitement at every word Miyoshi had said. Mitarashi is just pumped for this. Great! I'm pretty good at kart racing. This one's gonna be cake. Do you really think it's gonna be a normal kart race, though? I mean, yesterday his face grew pale and he trailed off, but at least it didn't look like Wakusa was going to refuse to enter the attraction again. I'm scared too, but I've got to do my best, especially now that Shido's gotten Hogstein to agree to release the hostages. That's right! Shido changed the rules on everything. Hogstein did not like that. But that was not part of the original deal. until later that if we had won, the hostages would be released. I'm happy that that is part of the deal now. Now each one of you will compete in this race. The prize? A seat at a tea party. Those seats are first come, first served, so only the pair that wins gets to go. Oh, my condolences to the losers. Oh, so only one of us is gonna win the race, but... Then why are we all racing? How do we all not have this terrible thing happen? How do we all not get bad fate ending? Now then, please follow my piglet inside. Guide, take them in. With that, he was gone. Good riddance. Tea party. I guess we won't be getting off easy with just a race then. Yes, I'm sure there will be more surprises later too. Don't let your guard down. So what's the twist? Kart racing, but then what? Oh, it's a cute little indoor kart racing track. I don't know if that track in the background makes sense with the other track coming into the foreground. You got one that's going up, but they are very close together. I don't know, I guess it makes sense. After a short walk, the attraction opened up onto a racetrack. Naoshi hadn't been kidding. When he'd said it was Alice in Wonderland themed, there were decorations everywhere. It was pretty impressive. That explains the hedge maze with the suits of cards and the mushrooms. None of this stuff feels like it really goes with a racetrack. Yeah, it's a little weird, isn't it? That's what people liked about it. The disconnect made it really popular. No accounting for taste, I guess. Before we could continue, the announcer started up. Welcome to the Wonderland Circuit. Please form into groups of 2 and enter the carts. Excuse me. I'm guessing the carts are those. Looks pretty standard. There are 8, but 4 already seem to have piglets in them. Okay, so 8 carts, 4 have piglets in them. So that means 4 people can race? Damn, now this looks fun. Those guys are our opponents, then sweet. Time to kick some ass. He's pumped to play this game. Still don't know any twists, so could be useful. The race will be 3 laps. Be careful, since if you crash or the piglets win, the game is over. So don't crash, or let the piglets win, or we all die. Why do I have the feeling it won't be? Death Race 3000! It's on! Well, after yesterday, I'd say that's a pretty reasonable expectation. Yep. Okay. Alright, we should split into groups. Unfortunately, we've got an odd number of people, so someone's going to be driving solo. Fine with me, bro. You get more speed with less weight anyway. No, if you win, then you'll be the only person who can play at the tea party. Okay, so we're doing doubles. Double dash! Yes! Awesome! I've got a feeling the puzzle is at that party. We need to have 2 people there. Whale agreed that Shido was right, so someone would have to pair up with Mitarashi, because we figure he has the best chance at this whole game. So who's going to go by themselves then? I am terrible at kart racing. Maybe I should be the single driver. But what if I screw that up and get in someone's way? I was still pondering it when Urabe spoke up. Let me be the odd man out. I get car sick very easily, and I'm not very good with fast rides to begin with. I've no doubt I would only be a burden to any partner, so I think it best that I have a kart to myself. Huh. Okay, Urabe will take the kart by himself then. Now for the groups. I suppose the best way to decide that is rock, paper, scissors. We all nodded and held out our hands. Wait, that doesn't make sense. If you get the same thing, you'd be paired up. You pair up. Good? How do we know that all 6 people are gonna pick 2 different things? The chances of that are very low. But it's okay. I'll let the game can handle that. Yeah, got it. Everyone's like, no, this math adds up perfectly. Thanks, everyone. Cool. Ready? 1, 2. Okay, what am I gonna go with?